What is up, guys? It is Jacob from Quad Hunting, and this is the preview for the Lions-Bears Week 4 matchup.
Welcome to Detroit.
So both the Lions and the Bears are coming off losses this week. The Bears lost to the Cowboys 31-17, and the Lions lost to the Packers 34-27. The Lions did make it look more of a game than the Bears did. They were able to battle back, get within one score. The defense just wasn't able to stop Rodgers. I mean, it's kind of hard when you're being bear hugged by the offensive line. I'm saying it. I'm calling the Packers offensive line out. They are right now playing like the Seattle Seahawks secondary did a couple years ago when they would just mug the receivers all the way down the field every play because they knew the refs wouldn't call it every play. The Packers are doing the same thing on the offensive line. They are playing dirty on the offensive line. And I'm saying dirty. It was dirty. They held so many times. You want to look at an objective view of it? I will post the link to where you can see it on Pride of Detroit. Just watch the game again and just focus on the offensive line. And if you know how a proper block works, you knew they weren't doing it. But that's not the reason the Lions lost. The Lions lost because the defense just couldn't do anything. They couldn't stop Rodgers. But it does help when you can hold. Okay, I'm done with that. Had to get that rant out of the way. So, going into this Bears game, though, we're going into Soldier Field. We're away again. We haven't had much trouble with the Bears lately. The last 3 years, we've swept the Bears every time we've played them, every season. Cutler's out. Hoyer's the starting quarterback, but it's never an easy. It's never an easy win. There's no such thing as an easy win in the NFL. Even the Browns aren't an easy team to play every week, and the Bears aren't as bad as the Browns. A lot of Bears fans are down on the season, though. They think that the Bears will be one of the worst teams in the NFL, but I'm a little more torn on this game. This is a must-win for the Lions. That way we can get back to 500, be 2-2. Right now, the Eagles and the Redskins they're making their the Redskins are 1-2. The Eagles, though, are perfect 3-0. Carson Wentz is looking unbelievable. The Redskins looked good last week, beating the Giants. So the schedule's not looking as easy as it did before. So the Lions need this win against the Bears to get 2-2, at least get a little more. Plus, both teams are just dealing with so many injuries. Like I said, Cutler's out. They're missing some key defensive players. Marvin Jones is questionable, but you have to remember now, probable is no longer an NFL injury designation. It's questionable is now the lowest form. So he's most likely going to play. Ansah and Levy are both already out. They've been ruled out. Antoine Williams made his return in practice, so he'll probably be starting in Levy's spot. I think Kyle Van Noy, he played last week. Didn't really look all that great. Defensive line needs to step up. Someone besides Kerry Hyder needs to get in the backfield. Please. Devin Taylor did a little bit, but Kerry Hyder is our only pressure right now on the quarterbacks, and that's not a good thing. We need more. Nagata's playing all right, but Tyrone Walker needs to step up. Devin Taylor needs to step up more. If we don't get pressure, we're just going to get shredded. Like I said, linebackers cannot cover their any tight end. Tight ends are still beating us bad. Our corners aren't getting enough time, or they're being relied on too long. The defensive lines are not putting enough pressure on, so that needs to change. On our front, on our offensive anyways, the offensive line is looking pretty good lately. Stafford, you can tell, is like slimmed down a little bit this year. He's making more athletic plays, running around in the pocket. A little worrisome. The franchise quarterback is delivering hits like he did in Tennessee and not going down like he has been against, and like he didn't do against Green Bay. You worry about that a little bit, but it's also nice to see a competitive streak come out in Stafford, and he's getting more and more, like he wants the wins. That's the biggest thing I'm seeing from Stafford this year. So, like I said, Marvin Jones is questionable. He's most likely going to play. He right now is leading the NFL in receiving yards, and he's actually right now outpaced Calvin Johnson in Calvin's best years in receiving. You want to see Golden Tate come out more. He came out a little bit, 4 catches, 40 yards in the last game. You hope to see him get more. Ebron has been playing pretty good, except for that interception, which really should have been a forced fumble. He's been playing pretty good besides that. Hope to see him continue to do better. The running game, hopefully Theo Riddick has a bounce back in the run game, and Dwayne Washington can contribute even more. He was the only reliable runner last week. You hope to see him produce more, especially with Abdullah sounding like he's not going to come back at all this season. It sounded like for a little bit there that we're going to be a little hopeful about him coming back in the middle of the season, coming off the IR, but it doesn't sound like it is. It sounds like it's pretty bad, and he's going to be on the IR all season, not going to play till next year. Maybe we'll get to see some George Wynn, Zach Zenner. I think Zach Zenner. George Wynn's still on the practice squad. So hopefully we'll see some Zach Zenner maybe in this game. The Bears did sign former Lions running back Joique Bell, which is I'm thinking he was going to sign with the Lions after Abdullah's injury, but he signed with the Bears. So that'll be something to watch. Former Lions always have career games against the Lions when they play them. So, I mean, he'll go off for 150 yards, 3 touchdowns. It's just bound to happen. Hopefully not. My prediction for the game, Brian Hoyer. Joique Bell is probably going to be replacing Jeremy Langford. I don't know about his injury so much. I don't know if he's going to play much, but you assume Joique Bell will take some of those snaps. I'm going to say Lions 27-14. I'm not confident about this, though. This is a must-win for the Lions. So, like the video, leave a like, favorite, subscribe, leave comments, I'll chat with you, and I'll talk to you guys all next time.